Welcome, my name's Jane. It's Tricep Tuesday, so we're going to work those bingo wings. Lots of different ways you can work your triceps. Let's start off first of all with a band. So I've got a nice long band here. So ways you can work your triceps. Hold it in one hand, take your other hand into the small of your back. Start with it fairly tight and then straightening your arm up to the ceiling. So you're extending your arm, working your tricep. Let me show you that from the back there. So I can make that easier by having the band looser, or I can make it harder by tightening that band. Good. Now if you didn't want to hold it, you could step on the band. So I'm now going to take it in my other hand. And again, I'm just straightening the arm. So I've got tension there in the band. Let me show you that sideways. And from the back. So you could have one foot forward if you wanted. Bend your knees slightly and just tuck your tailbone so you're not straining or arching that back. Great. Okay. Another way we can use the band is if you tighten it to something. Ideally high would be good, but here's fine. We're going to take your elbows down so you're straightening the arm. So we start with it bent with a little bit of tension and then just straightening your arms nice and slowly. Again, you could do one arm at a time, or like me, I'm doing both arms at the same time. Nice and slowly, pushing it down and back, keeping my elbows in at my side. So again, if you haven't got anything to attach it to, another way you could use your band is stepping on it again. We're going to have one foot back, bend your front knee so you're slightly leaning forward, and start with those elbows again, tucked in at your side, elbows bent. So again, we're going to straighten those arms, creating tension in the band as you stretch them back. So a kick back. Again, you can do both arms, or you might just want to do one arm and then change legs and do the other arm. Now we could do that same exercise with the band on the floor. So this time I've got the band in my hand, and again I'm going to take my elbow up high, stretch it back. So thinking about alignment of my head and neck, spine in a straight line, and just bending and straightening from the elbow. So try not to move the whole of the shoulder and the arm. So set it back there, and then just straighten and bend from the elbow. Now you could also use that band in a seated position. So here, I'm just going to simply sit on that band. Okay, take it behind my back and stretch it up. So like we did standing, but if you don't want to stand, you can do it sitting here. And likewise, we could do those kickbacks from sitting. So either anchor it to something in front of you or onto your feet, elbows tucked in, and again, you're just going to stretch those arms back. So create a little bit more tension and then straighten and kick back. So again, let me show you that with it tied onto something. So again, elbows tucked in at the side, straightening those arms down, slightly back. So again, you could lean forward if you wanted to, get a better angle. And again, just make sure you're not moving from the shoulder. So we're just bending and straightening from the elbow. Okay, that's enough with the band. So in more traditional ways, it's tricep dips. You can do that on the staircase, on a chair, on a bench. So bum forward, elbows bend, pushing down and up. So make sure you're not pushing with your legs. Make sure you're pushing with your arms. And again, try not to let those elbows flare out. So we don't want them going out that way. You want to keep them tucked in this way. So let me show you that front on. So my elbows are going back here rather than going out there. And again, you can make that harder with your legs being longer or legs raised on a platform. You can do it on the floor as well. So just lifting your bum off the floor. And again, just bending from the elbow. Make sure you're not pushing through your legs. And again, keeping those elbows tucked in. Don't let them flare out. So we don't want them going out that way. We want them tucked in here. Now, another way we like to work our triceps is with a dumbbell. So again, I'm going to show you a couple of exercises you can do with the dumbbell. Lying on your back, you could hold one big heavy dumbbell, hold on to the ends of it, and then you're just bending your elbows, bringing it towards your forehead and straightening back up again. So again, I'm keeping those shoulders and upper arms still, and I'm just bending and straightening from the elbow. Or you can grab two weights. Now this time, start with the palms of your hands facing each other, arms just shoulder width apart. And as you bend at the elbow, those weights are coming down either side of your ears and back up to the ceiling. So just bending and straightening from the elbow again. So make sure those elbows don't flare out, keep them tucked in, so when you bend, your elbows point towards your knees. Now we can also do a kickback weight, either on the hands and knees. So again, lift that elbow up and back, it stays there as you just bend and straighten like so. Or we can do those kickbacks standing up. So again, we're going to have one leg forward, the other leg back, and a slight lean back. You can rest your thigh if you want to. So keeping that arm lifted and still, just bending and straightening from the elbow. So I'm not swinging the whole of my arm, just bending and straightening from the elbow. And likewise, we can do that tricep extension standing, dropping it down the middle of your head and back up. You could use this arm to support your arm there. So you're keeping your arm glued in by your head. Again, we're trying to get that elbow to point forward rather than out at the side. You could do it with one arm, or you could grab hold of both ends. But again, make sure those elbows point forward and don't flare out. And once more, if you don't want to stand, you can do that in a seated position. So here we are again, just with one arm, dropping it down behind the back of your head, stretching it up. Again, just make sure you're not arching your back. Or again, you could do it with both arms, like this. But again, check those elbows don't go out that way. Keep them in, pointing forwards. Or you could even do it just holding the one weight. So lots of different variations to work those triceps. Let's get them toned for summer. Hope that helped. If you need any more help, just leave me a comment. Thanks for watching.